Patrick thought money could fix everything, until Eve's quiet strength exposed the emptiness in his soul. Just when love began to bloom, whispers from the past and cruel accusations threatened to rip them apart. Faced with losing the only woman who ever touched his heart, Patrick had to choose between his pride and his redemption. The moment he stood before her, stripped of wealth and power, everything hung in the balance. Patrick was a man who lived in a big house that always felt empty. His wife had died years ago, leaving him with nothing but memories that haunted him every night. He was rich, respected, and feared by many, but his heart was cold and hard. People said he had no kindness in him. He threw money at problems but never cared to know how people truly felt. One afternoon, Patrick drove past a small school and saw a woman scolding children gently but firmly. She looked poor, but her voice carried strength. Her name was Eve. She was a single mother who worked hard every day just to feed her little daughter. Patrick couldn't understand why her face stayed calm even when life seemed to be pressing her down. Something about her disturbed him. He told himself he didn't care, but that night he dreamed about her smile, and it felt like a fire melting the ice in his chest. Patrick began showing up near the school, pretending to have business in the area. Eve noticed him and was not impressed. She had seen his type before, rich men who thought money could buy everything. But Patrick surprised her one day when he saw her daughter drop her lunch and quietly went to buy her a new one. He didn't brag about it, he just placed the food on the desk and walked away. Eve's heart softened, but she still kept her guard up. One evening, Patrick invited her and her daughter to his house for dinner. Eve almost refused, but her daughter begged her to go. The house was huge, filled with art and gold, but Eve noticed how lonely it felt. There were no photos of laughter, no signs of family. Patrick sat stiff at the table, unsure of how to act around them. But when Eve's daughter spilled juice, Patrick didn't shout. Instead, he laughed, a sound he hadn't made in years. Eve's eyes caught his, and something unspoken passed between them, something both of them were afraid to admit. But not everyone was happy about their growing closeness. Patrick's late wife's family began whispering that Eve was only after his money. They accused her of being a gold digger and warned Patrick that she would ruin his name. Patrick, torn between his pride and his feelings, began to doubt her. He confronted Eve one night, his voice sharp, asking if she saw him only as a bank. Eve's eyes filled with tears, but she didn't beg. She simply said, "You have everything, Patrick, but you don't know what love looks like. If you can't see my heart, then I will walk away." Those words cut him deeper than any insult. For days Patrick could not sleep. His mansion suddenly felt colder than ever. He realized he had hurt the only woman who had shown him true kindness without asking for anything in return. But was it too late to bring her back? Patrick showed up at the small school, not in his fine suit or his shiny car, but in simple clothes, holding flowers in his hand. The children laughed at him, but Eve stood frozen when she saw him. He walked to her slowly with everyone watching and knelt before her. His voice shook as he said, "I was blind, Eve. I thought money was enough, but you showed me it is nothing without kindness. I don't want to lose you." Eve's daughter ran to him and hugged him tightly, and that broke down the last wall in Eve's heart. Tears streamed down her cheeks as she helped him up. For the first time since his wife died, Patrick felt alive again. And as the children clapped around them, Patrick knew this was not just love, it was redemption. He had found his second chance, not through wealth, but through a woman who taught him the true meaning of kindness.